Hello there and welcome to another daily reading. I hope you're all doing really well today. So as before, we're going to do each of the star signs, and if you are new, make sure that you are subscribed with the notifications on so you'll know when I go next live. But I've also got a bunch of other all-time readings on my channel as well. I did one a bit earlier for how do they feel about you right now. So if you specifically want to know how a certain person feels about you, if they are telling you what their true intentions are, they're telling the truth of what they really want, where they want this to go, that kind of thing, you can go and watch that. And as always, it is for all signs. So, but please make sure as well, if you're watching live, you give a big shout in chat. And if you're not watching live, please give a shout down below in the comments section down below. We're going to go through each of the star signs now of whatever comes out for them for today, for the next day, for the for the 13th of February. So we're going to start off with Aries. So today, what does Aries need to know today? So what does the Aries need to know today? So you feel like you're not on the right path right now, but you are getting an offer through. And I feel like this offer is, I don't feel like it's necessarily love. Some of you is literally love. Others of you, it's less about love and it's more about enjoyment and more about pleasure, having fun again. Because you have been stuck. Whether it's literally a romantic reading, coming through here, or whether it's literally that you're just having a little bit more fun and a little bit more enjoyment today, this is really helping you to move forward, because the stagnation is never going to clear until you kind of get some more pleasure, some more enjoyment out of life. You are doing a lot of self-improvement, and that's one of the reasons why you are so busy. I don't even feel like this is necessarily you actively going out to go and seek self-improvement. This is mostly to do with the universe sending you things and sending you people to give you self-improvement, to help you with self-improvement, to help you kind of progress forward. With the King of Pentacles here though, I do feel like there is a lot of financial improvements underway. So your finances are growing, your finances are improving. But it's like before they can fully give you that, before they can give you that financial abundance that you wish for and you seek for, they need to make sure that you have grown as a person first. Because it's no good them giving you all this financial abundance for you to just then kind of take a step back and end up with a lot of issues and lots of problems because of that, because the fact that you're not able to financially progress, because you're not able to kind of continue on. So you need to be clearing out all the dirty laundry first, clearing out all the bad habits first, so you can really take control of that. Not just so that you don't kind of waste it, but also so the fact that you kind of get into a better kind of rhythm with it all, and so you get into better behaviours which will end up bringing you more finances later on. You are acting very confident right now though, and one of the reasons why you're getting all these lessons being brought into you to do the self-improvement is because you're a little bit like, nah, I'm fine, I know everything's great with me. And it's that kind of Aries cockiness that's coming through here. And yes, it does help you out a lot in many occasions, but in this particular occasion, you need to slow down a little bit, listen to the lessons, otherwise you're going to be kind of doomed to repeat it, and that'll slow down the rest of your life. But overall, I do feel like this is really positive. One thing I would say is don't avoid those lessons. because I feel like you might be looking for a shortcut in this. Is there anything else? I do feel like almost like there is an element here of brightness, hope and understanding coming through as well over the next few weeks. So this is because you're getting these new people coming in. You're getting more kind of brightness, hope, understanding from them. Some of you, this is literally, as we said before, literally a romantic partner coming in that is going to provide that. Others of you, this is creating friendships and new kind of confidants. I don't feel like you've really been seeking them out, and I don't feel like they've been seeking you out either. It's almost like you've both kind of been going through your life, going, yeah, you know what, I'm doing well in my life, I'm progressing forward, I'm doing well, I don't need to take on anybody else's drama or anybody else's problems, so I'm not going to seek anybody out. But they are coming into your consciousness, they are coming into your life in general. And this is more to do with the fact that you are both kind of getting to a point where you're going to need that confidant coming up in the next few weeks. And that will really kind of help you to progress to a point where you can ask the other person for advice. Because I do feel like it'll get to a certain point, as much as you think you know exactly what you need to be doing right now, I do feel like it'll get to a point where you'll be like, I need somebody else's ideas for this. And I feel like it's more practical problem solving. I feel like for them, you're going to be more of a person that they can air their problems to, so they can talk about what's worrying them, what's bothering them, what's annoying them. But with you, I feel like it's going to be more of a kind of element here of, I need somebody to explain how to do this. So it's more like they have the practical knowledge. They have knowledge how to move things forward. So I hope that helps you out, Aries. We're going to go on now to the next reading, which is Taurus. So Taurus, what do you need to know today, Taurus? You're dealing with a lot of sadness here. But it's time to take action. Sometimes when we are very sad, we do not want to take action. We want to just stop. We don't want to take action. We want to just we just want to go in that blob. What I call blob. We want to basically go and sit and watch TV, eat some junk food, that kind of thing. We want to be able to sit in our bed all day, Netflixing, We want to just be able to rest. We call it blobbing sometimes, where I come from. With the reverse of the 10 of Cups here, I do feel like it's because there's been so much instability here. You're like, why have I got to keep on trying? Why should I even try? I have tried so hard over and over again. So why should I keep on trying? Why should I keep on trying to do this? And yes, your hard work hasn't paid off and it's kind of left you out in the cold. I need some brightness here though. There is going to be some trouble ahead for you, and I feel like it is important today to try and look for new cycles. I feel like the issue is a little bit you're trying to do things that worked in the past. You're trying to do certain things over and over again, thinking, well, maybe this time will be different, maybe this time will change, maybe if I keep on trying working at it, it'll work. And that kind of led you down the path where it was never working. You needed to kind of cut off from it and go into a new direction, try a new way of thinking or seeing. And I don't feel like you were quite there yet. You weren't quite ready for that yet. With the reverse of the Death card here though, there is some stagnation ahead, and I feel like this is more to do with the fact that whatever you're trying right now, you need to be doing something completely different. For many of you, this is to do with work and finances. Others of you, it's more how you live your life. But there is financial abundance coming in. I'm just going to see if I can get some advice for it. So in the coming months, I feel like 6 months down the line, you're going to be in a very different position. You're going to be in a position where you're really starting to love life again. But it's not going to happen overnight. What's your advice though? Start taking yourself more seriously. And by taking yourself more seriously, I do feel like predominantly taking your own time seriously. So you're not spending all your time focusing on what everybody else is up to. You're not spending all your time trying to go, well, what should I do here? How should I move forward? You're not spending all your time going, well, that person needs my help, so I'll go and spend all my time helping them. You're starting to pull back your energy. You're starting to focus on where you spend your energy and how you spend your time. I do feel like as well there's an element here of other people are coming around you right now and saying, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? And it's just draining your time more and more and more and more and more. And you're just stuck. You're just stuck here. Until you start respecting your own time, nobody's going to respect yours. And that's the problem here. You need to kind of cut back a little bit from helping others or doing things for other people in general. So you have more time to settle your own scores, to deal with your own stuff, because they're not going to respect you or say, well, you know, that's fair enough. I understand that you've got your time you need to do, until you start respecting yourself. It's like if you treat yourself as worthless, other people will treat you as worthless. You have the power though to break free of this. And it's all to do with how you communicate and how you talk things through. So start changing your communication. Start changing how you speak about yourself. Because that's really going to help matters. And it's really going to help things to kind of wriggle into place more. But I hope that helps you out though, Taurus. I'm going to move on to Gemini now. But please do take care of yourselves. So, Gemini. What do you need to know today, Gemini? You are the Empress today. I almost wanted to say you're a star. You're an absolute star. You're feeling like the Empress. You're feeling like a star today. You feel like you're heading in the right path. Like, I feel like there's abundance of confidence today for you. Like, you're holding your shoulders up high, you're kind of feeling stronger, you're feeling more confident. And you're really here on the right path. You're really heading forward. I do feel like, though, there is some offers coming in today. And you're a bit like, oh, I'm not really sure if I should take it up or not. If I should take them up on their offer. Because I don't feel like it's necessarily going to be the healthiest thing for you. Like, you're having to go in this direction, this new direction that you've chosen. And although you might not want to have to say no, like, I do feel like if you really don't want to do it, which is what I feel like you really don't want to do it, you need to learn to say no. Because at the end of the day, you might not want this offer, you might not want this, but somebody else will. And there's no use putting yourself into this drama of going, oh, I'm going to have to go and do that and I don't want to do it. I'm going to have to go and do that job and I don't want to do it. And somebody else might want that job, and then you find another job that you really love, you know. So don't end up doing stuff that you don't want just out of almost like obligation. Learn how to communicate more your feelings and your thoughts, because I really feel like today that's part of where you're getting this test of this offer you don't want, is more like saying, are you able to stick up for your wants, your desires? If you're not, maybe you're not ready for them yet. You need to cut away your emotions from the outcome versus your wants, your needs. You're kind of jumping to the conclusion that somebody's going to be upset at you or somebody's going to be mad at you. Even if they are, that's not your fault at the end of the day. If you're saying no because you're uncomfortable with something, or not enjoying something, or not wanting to do something, that's perfectly fine. But you're jumping to the conclusion that it's going to be negative communication. It's going to be negative. Any advice about this? You're focusing on all the reasons why it would help somebody and not realising it would harm them. So sometimes when we do things we don't want, or we push forward in a direction we don't want, we don't realise that we may be harming the person. There's a lot of people that stay in relationships because they're like, well, I don't want to be dating him or her, but I don't want to break up with them, because if I break up with that person, they're going to be heartbroken, they're going to be upset. And you don't realise that you're actually harming them by staying in a relationship you're unhappy with, because they're thinking that they're getting a super serious relationship of love and the person loves them, when realistically the person needs to be kind of cutting this out, needs to be walking away. And more often than not, it can be quite difficult sometimes for us to realise that we're not actually helping the people we love by doing that to them. We're not helping them by forcing them down that rabbit hole, forcing them in that direction. Anything else about today? With the Two of Wands here, you are taking a pause, you're taking a step back. And I feel like here with the Fool card, you're learning to not just take a leap of faith, not just to jump into things until you thought them through. So this is giving you a chance to pause, to plan, and to get an idea of where you want to go in the future. There is going to be a lot of unblockages here though in the upcoming weeks about how do you progress forward in your career, how do you progress forward with your goals, particularly life purpose, career, that kind of area. Less about money, more to do with career and purpose. And it's all about learning how to kind of ask for what will make you feel like you are embracing your purpose in life, you're embracing your direction in life. So I hope that helps you out, Gemini. We're going to move on now to Cancers. But if you did enjoy it, please make sure to give the like button a little bit of a boop. And we're going to move on to Cancer. So Cancer, what does a Cancer need to know today? So with the Devil card here, you're kind of feeling a bit trapped. And I don't even feel like it's up to you to get out of this situation completely. I do feel like you need a little bit of a helping hand here. You've been trying to communicate, you've been trying to talk to somebody about this, but they're just not listening. Now's the time to just stop. I don't say stop talking, but stop talking and start acting. This person is trying to get you to take on too much and go round and round in a circle. And it's this demanding energy, like, I need everything done right now. I need you to do this right now. I need you to take control of this right now. It really isn't fair to you. And I feel like not only are you having a problem of saying no, but this person just doesn't respect you enough to say no. To listen to you saying no, should I say. You need somebody else to step in. It feels like you need a friend or a family member to step in, and you need them to help you to say no to this person. Because although I do feel like you can say no to them, they're just not listening. So having that extra person there will also give you the confidence, but it's almost like it is very hard for them to kind of gaslight you and push you forward when there's like 2 against 1. And I do feel like that's the issue here, is you needing the extra person for support to help you with dealing with this person. And I almost feel like literally like 2 of you saying, look, you've got to stop this isn't right. Like a group of you coming together to tell them that it's not right. Sometimes bullies, they bully, and then when they're in a group or they're dealing with a group, they can't handle it. you're still going to have a lot of busyness here. So I don't feel like you'll be able to get rid of all the responsibilities straight away. So there is going to be some lack of movement forward or tiredness, that kind of thing still. But I feel like if this had carried on, it would get worse and worse. So this is almost like stopping it. Even though like you're not going to get rid of all the kind of burdens they placed on you, it's going to get better over time. And it's going to get to a point where, you know, there's an end in sight to it. Instead of just more and more tasks or more and more work. Once you do kind of put that line in the sand with them, make sure you do stop communicating or you limit the communication. Because if you try and continue the communication or let them continue the communication, it's going to upset your balance. You're going to start doubting yourself. You're going to start being a bit more afraid again. And you're going to lose that balance that you've created. We've got the Queen of Swords here reversed. You are very humble, though. You're a bit too humble. And it's time for you to start enjoying your life again. This kind of stress and strain has caused your humility to take over from your quality of life. So because you've been so humble, because your humility has taken control, you've kind of lost enjoyment out of your life. You've lost that pleasure of life. And now it's time to take that back. Things will start to move very quickly for you once you've kind of got those healthy boundaries in place. And I feel like you will regain security again. It's just all about kind of getting this person to understand that they can't continue to boss you around. They can't continue to treat you like this because it's not fair and it's kind of not humane either. So I hope that helps you out, Cancers. And if you have enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments down below if it's resonated with you. And give it the like button and a little boop as well to share the love. So we're going to move on now to Leos. The lovely Leo Lionses. So, Leos. We have got the Queen of Swords here. So with the Queen of Swords here in reversed, your humbleness is starting to wane, I almost wanted to say. I'm going to say, I don't feel like it's going away completely. You're stopping being humble, and you're not being cocky either, but you're starting to enjoy life again. You're starting to party, you're starting having fun. With that enjoyment, with that pleasure, with that fun, you're starting to regain your confidence here. Your humbleness is starting to wane a little bit. You're starting to get rid of that being too humble. Like, you don't want to get rid of all your humbleness, but you're getting rid of most of it. That was dragging you down a lot, though. You're starting to get your confidence back. There is going to be some people coming in, I feel like either today or over the next few days, who are going to act a bit snotty with you. We call it a bit snotty, a bit snooty. They're going to be acting a little bit cocky, like, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. Very demanding energy. Understand that this is a test from the universe to go, am I strong enough to continue on? Am I strong enough to say no and regain my full confidence and regain my own strength? Or am I going to back down and hide away? That kind of thing. So I do feel like you're going to upset them by saying no or upset them by pushing back against this. But do know this is the only thing that can be done. You don't owe them anything. It's not up to you to make them happy. And if they don't like it, they can just go somewhere else at the end of the day. They can do something else. It's not up to you to make them happy. You're definitely getting some security coming in. I feel like many of you financial security. And this is one of the reasons why you're able to kind of enjoy yourself, love life again. Because you've got the financial security to do it. It's very hard to kind of have fun when you're kind of like completely broke, you know. there is going to be this sudden tower moment for you, and it feels like a pressing tower moment of sudden movement forward with your career and finances. Some of you, this is literally over the next few days, up to a week, a sudden promotion. Others of you, this is more like if you're self-employed, this is more getting more people that you can work with, etc. Like more abundance, more finances coming in. But yeah, this is definitely financial offers coming in to earn more money, to get more money. I do want to say though, this is financial offers on the horizon, so either literally today or over the next week or so. And it's almost like you're not going to get the physical money in your pocket straight away, but it's going to give that idea of going, you know what, I know I'll get this money soon, so I can start to plan what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to start to plan it. I do feel like this is more life-changing, and the reason why I say that is I did get the word life-changing in my, like, intuitively. So it's in my head, but you know what I'm saying? Like, intuitively, I got the word life-changing. So I don't usually use that term. Like, I feel like it's so overused. But I do feel like this is life-changing amounts of money. So this is like a, I can finally breathe. I can start paying my bills again. I can start, like, you know, going on a holiday or whatever, or going to nicer shops or whatever. So although I don't feel like you're going to be sipping Mai Tais in the Bahamas, some of you will, but most of you, it's not sipping Mai Tais in the Bahamas. This is more of a, you know what, I can enjoy life again. You know, I can have that pleasure. There is going to be some financial burdens along the way, on the way to that. It's almost like, to do with this growth, you're going to have to spend some more money to begin with. And that's one of the reasons why you're not getting instant money coming in. With the Queen of Pentacles here, be careful about that, because I feel like part of you will be very desperate to kind of hold on to it. And the more you try and hold on to the money, the more it's going to cause you problems later down the line. So understand that sometimes these bills come up. There's not much we can do about it. We have to just continue, you know. With the reverse of the Four of Swords here, there is a lot of happiness surrounding you though. And this is you coming out of cold from friendships as well. I feel like some of you, this is like friendships that have been dwindled, as in like they have rejected you or pushed you away, are now kind of, I don't want to say come back around, but some of you, yes, they are literally coming back around to be friends again or try and make friends again. Others of you, this is more of them realising the error of their ways and then kind of trying to be nice towards you. I don't feel like you'll completely take them back with you, some of you. Some of you, yes, you will, but I feel like most of you won't choose to take them back. It's very much a choice. And it's a bit because they realise, you know what, we made a mistake, you're doing really well, I want to be in part of that glow. Sometimes when we have a bit of a glow up, people start to want to come towards us, people start to want to enter our lives, and I do feel like that's what's happening with you. You've had this bit of a glow up, you're having a bit of a glow up, and there's these other people that are wanting to come into your life and wanting to push forward. And it's much better if you don't deal with that, it's much better if you cut free from that, because it is going to cause a lot of issues if you don't. So be aware of that. Be aware of that. I'm going to go on now to the next reading, which is Virgo. Virgo. What do you need to know today, Virgo? Virgo, what do you need to know today? You have got the Queen of Swords here. So a lot of humbleness from a person around you. I almost feel like this is actually getting conversations or getting communication from somebody who is very, very kind of meek, very kind of like shy, very quiet. Do know it was their humbleness that was holding them back from communicating with you, reaching out to you before. I feel like many of you Virgos felt a little bit left out, felt like they didn't really care. And with the Tower moment now, they're having this awakening going, oh my God, I need to reach out to Virgo. I need to communicate with Virgo. I need to go and reach out to you because I need to make sure that you don't get upset by my behaviour. Almost like they're worried about losing you as a friendship. I do feel like with the the King of Pentacles here, I was going to say Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, they have lost a lot in the process because of being too shy. I definitely say give them a chance because there is some really loving energy around them. And they've kind of lost a connection with a lot of people. This is somebody that's quite isolated. And they're quite isolated, quite a lot on their own, quite hiding away. With their Strength card here in reverse, their confidence has been very knocked. And they need to start reaching out more and reaching out. But their emotions are a kind of a mess. Why are they talking about them so much? Because you've been wanting to manifest them back in your life. You've been wanting them to come back towards you. You've been wanting to connect to them. So it's important for you to understand why they've been behaving like this. So you don't see it as there was anything wrong with you or they didn't like you. They did like you. They just felt like they couldn't come towards you because of this. They felt like they couldn't be around you because of this. They felt like, oh, well, I'm going to miss out on you if I don't, sort of thing. So, hello, Ivan. I'm doing well. But yeah, Virgos, understand that I do feel like when you repair this with them, like obviously if you repair this, if you choose to repair this with them, because it is still a choice, I feel like you will have a stronger connection from that. I don't want to say friendship. Some of you, this is a friendship. Others of you, this is an ex coming back. Definitely not family though. I feel like this is either friendship or it's a romantic partner coming back. So like an ex coming back. They are going to be a lot nicer to you afterwards. Like, it's almost like because of the behaviour, they've realised how loyal you were and they're not going to mess it up again. They are trying to disconnect here a little bit with the Two of Cups. Disconnect from other people that were pulling them into the wrong areas, wrong places. And they're trying to get balance back in their life. They're trying to get moving forward. They don't want to argue. They just want to be happy again. When they were around you last time, they felt happy. They felt like their life was balanced. They felt like their life was heading in the right direction. And I feel like either around the time that you had issues or just after you broke off with them or stopped communicating with them, that's when they started hanging out with the wrong crowd, the wrong kind of people. And that's when a lot of this drama happened. It is important to understand that sometimes people act like this because they just can't bear it any other way. Like, they can't physically bear it. They're having to kind of release people because they needed to kind of almost like run free for a while. They had to learn all the bad lessons without you for them then to come back around. So, but I do feel like it's going to be positive for the both of you in the long run. So please do take that, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, let me know in the comment section down below. And give the like button a little bit of a boop. A little bit of a boop. So, we have Libras today. Libras. So, let's have a look and see what Libras need to know today. With the Sun card here, I do feel like there is an element here with the Sun card of you having to disconnect from everyone, not really feeling focused on this, not really feeling like things are working out. And this is because you're trying to manifest something better. Sometimes when we need to start manifesting something better, like we need a new job or we need a new career, for example, we might start to get bored in our old job when it's time, when we've learnt everything we can do, we get a bit bored in our job and we go, I'm a bit bored, I'm a bit fed up, I need a bit of a change. And I feel like that's what's happening with you here. You're needing a bit of a change. With the Hierophant card, nobody's really taking you seriously with this yet. You're telling other people around you, I need to make a change. I need to change up my life a little bit. People aren't really taking you seriously. You need to take charge and do it yourself. There's going to be a lot of people here that kind of see what you want to get done or see what you want to change, and they're not going to take it seriously and say, that's impossible, that's not good, you're not going to do that, etc. It's important for you to ignore those people and carry on regardless. Carry on in the direction you want to go regardless. Because I do feel like here, this is going to really help you coming forward. This is really going to help you to take control and go into a whole new direction for yourself. And it's going to help you to kind of improve things for you a lot. One thing I would say though with the Two of Wands here, you're not taking action towards it yet. You have these ideas, you have these goals that are popping in your head. And I do want to say popping in your head because I don't feel like you have the full plan yet. You know you're bored, you know you want to change things. You're starting to have some ideas of things you'd like to do or things that would be fun and new. But you don't really know where to take it from there. But you are unblocking yourself. You're removing that isolation. You're removing those blocks. And you're getting to this point where you're like, you know what? I'm starting to kind of enjoy life again. I'm starting to enjoy what I'm creating again. Once you do get to that point that it's in the material plane, as in like you've got the new job or you've got the new kind of life that you want, that's when people are going to start communicating with you and congratulating you. Sometimes people don't believe that you can basically climb a mountain until you actually physically do it. And that's what you're doing here, climbing a mountain. You are going to get some offers that you don't want along the way. And I feel like that's from people around you who are going to go, well, I heard you want a new job. Why don't you just take on this extra work or go into this new department or wherever it is, where it'd be very easy for you to go, you know what, okay, I'll do that. But honestly, it's not going to be beneficial for you in the long run. And you know that. It's like settling. If you were to accept it, you'd be like settling. And you'd be like, oh, why did I settle for that? I shouldn't have settled for that. That's not great. That's not good. And through settling, you're kind of limiting yourself. You're limiting what you can do. You're limiting your own beliefs. You're limiting where you can get to. And that just isn't good. So don't limit your beliefs. Don't limit the idea of what you can achieve. Because that's really going to stop you. It's really going to stop you from progressing. We have the Three of Pentacles. Your hard work will eventually pay off. And you'll have a whole new beginning here, but you're going to have to disconnect from some people to begin with. With the reverse of the Ace of Wands, you're going to have to stop communicating with certain people. And I do feel like with the reverse of the Emperor card is sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes when you're trying to do something, say for example you want to set up a business, sometimes people don't understand how things work. So when you're trying to set up a business, they keep on telling you like, that's not a good idea, that'll never work, etc. And then you don't do it, you miss out on something that could be really good. And that's what's happening here for you. So don't kind of talk to a bunch of people and a bunch of nosy people or a bunch of people about what you want to achieve until you've done it. Because if you talk to them about the process, if you talk to them about what you want to do, a lot of these people are going to shut you down. And then that'll wreck your confidence. It'll make you feel like you're not very confident. It'll make you feel like you can't do this, that kind of thing. And with the reverse of the Emperor card, it's because they haven't done it. They don't understand what's going on. They've never had to do it. They're a bit of like a know-it-all, a false emperor. So they act like they know everything and they really don't. And I do feel like here, by protecting your ideas and your dreams from outside influences, it's helping you to really kind of achieve them and chase after them without that negative thoughts being slipped in your head. Because that's the hardest way to kind of do anything, is when you have a bunch of people saying, no, you can't. And I do feel like that's the issue here, is you're going to have a lot of people in your life who say, oh, that's a bad idea. No, you can't do that. It's not possible. You know, you can't make money doing that or whatever. So, leave it with love. I hope that helps you out, Libras. And if you have enjoyed it, please comment down below and give the like button a little boop, just to give that love, just to send that love. And we're going to go on to Scorpios now. Scorpios, got a sting in your tail. Scorpios, what do you need to know today? Scorpios, what do you need to know today? Your hard work is starting to pay off. And I feel like this is you removing I don't want to say removing boundaries, removing negative boundaries, removing negative walls that you've placed up. And it's through communication. I don't want to say it's just you. That seems a bit harsh saying it's just you. I don't feel like it's just you. I feel like it's also the person you're connecting with. For many of you, this is your lover. So your romantic partner or your lover. This is either your romantic partner or your lover. Some of you, it's going to be family, or not lover's family, but like it's either going to be family or friends. But I feel like most of you, this is emotional barriers with lovers, and these barriers were kind of really protecting your heart. This was more of we are protecting our heart. I'm protecting my heart from getting hurt. I'm protecting my heart from other people hurting me. And I feel like both of you were doing this to some extent. And through communication, you're both helping each other to lower those boundaries, lower those walls. I don't want to say boundaries, lower those walls. Like you're putting a boundary between the two of you as a blockage. There isn't complete movement forward yet. And because they're still holding on to something from the past, I feel like there is a little bit of infuriation. Like you're infuriated, you're upset that they're not completely moving forward with you yet. You're like, well, this is really hard for me as well. I'm doing the work. I'm putting the energy into this. And you're just sitting there. You're just sitting there and not actually taking anything on. And I do feel like here with the 5 of Swords in reverse, it's because they can't let it go yet. There is some sort of karma or some sort of realization they need to come to about this to get closure. I do feel like they're working on it. They will eventually come through the other side, but they are working on it at the moment, Scorpio. With the 7 of Swords here, though, I feel like they haven't quite... The past isn't the past yet. And it's not just because they can't emotionally leave it behind. This is still causing issues for them. It's either financially, like there was financial issues caused by this issue in the past, this person in the past. Others of you, it's more of like literally this person is still part of their life. So like a bad influence, or like they have a kid in their life or with them or something like that. And there is this kind of tone of, I can't completely get rid of them yet. And I do want to use the term yet. Eventually it feels like they will, but not at this time. So it is quite difficult for them to draw a line under it. Anything else? As for how they feel about you, they do really care about you a lot. And they are holding on to these burdens. They are carrying these burdens and still trying to work on this because they care. Because they do care about you, and they're just a caring person in general. But sometimes when you are a caring person, it's very hard to put a line in the sand under things. And it's hard for them to shut it down. With the reverse of the Seven of Cups here though, their emotions are kind of getting to a certain point where they can't kind of progress this. They're feeling like they can't progress this. They're kind of losing hope a little bit. And I feel like for many of you, that's the reason why they've been having some issues with communication. Because they're like, oh, I just need to get it sorted. And I don't know how, so I'm burying my head a little bit. Things will start to move forward quickly because I feel like they're admitting that they have a problem with this, that they can't sort it on their own. And I feel like through that, you'll be able to talk it through and sort it out together. Sometimes when you're too close to the issue or problem, it's really hard for you to see a way out. There is going to be communication coming in, positive communication coming in with the Eight of Wands though. And I feel like this is them admitting their faults, admitting their problems. And this is allowing them to kind of get to a point where they can move past it. So, a rough few weeks ahead, but this is definitely you guys paddling your way through the issues, through the problems, towards something so much better and so much more positive for you. So, please do take it, and I hope that helps you out. I'm going to move on to the next reading now, and we can get started with the next one, which is going to be Sag. But if you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button as well. So we're going to move on to Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, what does the Sagittarius need to know today? Sagittarius need to know. So with the Three of Cups here, you're having some enjoyment, some celebrations. I feel like you're kind of partying a little bit, enjoying yourself a little bit. I feel like there's an air of caution though with this. I feel like there's an air of caution with this enjoyment. You're using it to try and make yourself happy. As well, why is this negative? What are you trying to use this to cover up? You're trying to use this to make yourself happy again. You're trying to use this with the Knight of Cups here to deal with this rejection or to deal with this loneliness. I'm apprehensive to say rejection. Some of you is literally you've just been rejected by somebody or something, and you're using this party and this having fun, this doing things to excess as a way to kind of deal with that. Others of you, this is you trying to kind of see things in a little bit more a positive light. You're trying to see things going forward. You're trying to work out how to go forward, etc. But with the Ace of Swords here though, I do feel like there is this insecurity. There is this fear of insecurity that you don't really know where to go from here. And more than anything, I feel like this is you trying to avoid the grieving process of this. Some of you, this is like an old rejection, like we used to be connected and I'm reminiscing about an ex or reminiscing about somebody, and you're trying to avoid that. By all means, have a little bit of fun, but it's not going to give you that security that you need. You need to find that security in other ways as well. By all means, have fun, but don't use it as a crutch, if that makes sense. Don't use doing things to excess as a crutch. You will have movement forward from this, and I feel like although you feel rejected now by it, I do feel like it's going to have a positive outcome eventually, like in a few weeks or months. You're going to have a positive outcome around it, like either somebody's going to go in a different direction, or something better is going to take its place. Many of you, if it's an ex, it's literally the ex coming back. Others of you that it's more of a missed opportunity for work or career or whatever, something better is going to come around. But there's this error of feeling like it's unfair. And yes, it is unjust, it is unfair, but you kind of needed this to happen. And it was a little bit of a lesson here to learn the value of grieving and the value of working through like when things don't happen. But partly for you, that if it was the ex, you needed to have this time apart so that you can both become better people and improve yourselves. And I don't feel like you were quite there yet before, but you're getting to this certain point where you're getting this improvement, you're pushing forward with this improvement. I do feel like with the 6 of Pentacles here though, you're starting to get balance back into your life, which is really positive. And with the Tower card, this is representing sudden movement forward. You are lacking confidence at this time, so do work on improving your confidence, realizing that you can work things out, because that's hiding the good traits about yourself, this lack of confidence. But with the 2 of Swords here, you need to take the blindfold off and realize that you are grieving this. You do miss them or miss this opportunity, and allow yourself to feel that so that you can then go forward and progress forward and push forward. I just don't feel like you're quite there yet. That's the only issue. Alright, I hope that helps you out, Sagittarius. And please do take care of yourself. And if it's resonated with you, give the like button a little bit of a boop, just to let me know that you've enjoyed it. And if you could, leave a comment down below, let me know what you're looking forward to or what you're hoping to change in the upcoming weeks. So, we have got Capricorn now. Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know today? Capricorn, you're starting to enjoy life again. You're starting to have some fun. You're starting to get settled again. And I feel like this is due to emotional upheaval. I feel like some of you was toying with your emotions a little bit, causing emotional upheaval, causing a lot of emotional stress, like you're having to kind of protect yourself. They've stopped now, or they've slowed down at the very least. You will be getting some communication about this again, about why they were behaving like that. And I do feel like this is somebody who was kind of driving you up the wall, driving you a bit mental. And they have kind of stopped doing that now. And you're going to find out the reason why they were behaving like that. And it was to get them on the right path. Like, they were going, it feels like, down the wrong path or down the wrong direction. And it was almost like a cry for help more than anything. And unfortunately, you got hit along the way, basically. Sometimes when people are going down the wrong path in life, they act very nasty to people around them as a way to make people realise that there's something wrong with them or something bad's going on, etc. With the 5 of Cups here though, I do feel like they're too focused right now on all the positives you have, and they're not really noticing the fact that your life isn't perfect. It's almost a mentality here that they were kind of jealous of your life being perfect, and your life isn't perfect. But unfortunately, sometimes when people see it from the outside, they can look at somebody else's life and go, oh, they have the best life ever. And that person might be going through hell at the time, you know. So that's why they were kind of picking on you. I do feel like in the end you're going to have a happy ending with them, as in you're going to be quite like enjoying hanging out with them, spending time with them, because they're going to start to become nicer and nicer to you again. There is going to be that apprehension there of forgiving them, forgiving and forgetting, but I feel like in time they will really kind of repay those karmic debts that they owe to you because of their bad behaviour. Those of you that are not going to be friends, they're going to just help you out a lot to make amends for it. I just want to clarify. There is a new beginning happening in your life right now. And it feels like it's actually giving you more opportunities to rest and relax and recuperate from work and career. So this is giving you more time alone so you don't have to take on stresses. With the 4 of Cups here, I do feel like there is a little bit of an element here of you feeling like you want to reject this or walk away from it. But really with the Star card here, you need to understand that all is not lost. You need to take a little bit of a break from this. You need to take a little bit of more breaks in your life in general. And this is helping you to fill up your own cup. This is helping you to regenerate yourself. Because there's no good us helping out others all the time and then getting to a point of exhaustion ourselves. We have to have it balanced. And you before, Capricorn, you weren't balanced. You were stressing yourself out. You're getting exhausted, etc. And that would cause you a lot of issues in the long run if it wasn't dealt with now. So, I hope that helps you out though, Capricorns. We're going to go on now to the next one, which is Aquarius. Aquarius, what do you need to know today, Aquarius? What do you need to know today? We have got the Eight of Swords here. You're starting to take the... I don't want to say you're learning to take the blindfold off. You're starting to take the blindfold off. Because your life is very unbalanced. You don't have balance in your life right now. You're learning to regain balance. You're really learning how to take control of your life again. Get that balance back in. And get enjoyment and peace back in. I almost feel like you've been avoiding making changes in your life for a while. This is a little bit of a wake-up call saying you can't continue on like this. You need to make some changes. You need to go into a little bit of a new direction so you can have that enjoyment and you have more balance in your life. But with the Three of Pentacles here, you didn't want to do the hard work, although you know it will pay off, although you know it will actually help you out. Part of you is like, I just don't want to do the work. With the Five of Swords here, you're so focused on staying in the past, it's causing you to be stuck. It's causing you to miss out on good opportunities. Just want to shuffle. With the Ace of, with the Ace of Wands, with the King of Wands here, good communication is coming in, but you need to emotionally kind of distance yourself from it. So don't instantly react, because I feel like there might be an issue here of somebody telling you something, you reacting emotionally and getting angry or upset, and it's really not going to help matters. It's something that needs to be dealt with a calm manner. So when they do come to you and say, look, I need to talk to you about something, but I think it's going to upset you, take a deep breath and go, okay, me getting upset is not going to help matters. It's just going to strain the situation and cause more issues. And it's because they want to leave something behind in the past. They want to change up their life. And this is a good thing for you. As much as I don't feel like they want to kind of be at a distance from you, and you don't want them to, this is giving you time, energy and space back in order to change up your life, in order to do the hard work that you've been kind of avoiding for a while, the changes you've been avoiding. So this trying to communicate, trying to cut off communication with you is almost like you have to be cruel to be kind. They're having to be a little bit cruel to be kind to you, to give you that security, give you that momentum, give you that new beginning for yourself. Because if they carried on staying like this, it would cause both of you to be stuck. And they kind of know this. They are very humbled by you. So there is a lot of affection there for you. They still care about you and treasure you a lot. It's just time. That's what I'm going to say. It's just time. And sometimes time, like as in it's time for them to move on. It's time for them to go to something new. And it can be very hard for us to realise that sometimes it's just time for people to move on, you know. So I hope that helps you out, Aquarius. If you would like me to do more of these readings, please let me know in the comment section down below if you're enjoying this, and give the little like button a little boop. So we're going to move on to Pisces now. Pisces, what do you need to know today, Pisces? We have got the Four of Wands here. You don't feel like you're on the right path, like you're not getting commitment at this time. And it's almost like a frustration here. Some of you Pisces, this is frustration of going, oh, where's my relationship? Where's my knight in shining armour? Where's my, good connections? Where's all the love? Where's all the lovey-dovey? Where's the lovey-dovey-doveys? You're feeling that frustration today. You're feeling that frustration with going, where's the love, Where's that romantic connection, etc. And it's because you need to do some self-improvement first to make yourself ready for that kind of relationship. That's why you're facing a lot of these emotional disconnections. Like, you're meeting people and there's not the connection there romantically. There's not a strong connection back and forth. And realistically here with the judgment call, if you're in a better stage, you could make a better judgment call. You'd be honestly like, you know what? I just don't fancy this person. You know what? I just don't feel attraction to this person. And you choose to kind of walk away from this. There is lack of movement forward at this time. And that's because it's almost like what you're asking for a relationship, you wouldn't enjoy. You wouldn't really like. As much as you're saying you want this kind of a person, it wouldn't be good for you in the long run. Like, it'd be detrimental for your growth. It'd be bad for your growth. It would kind of lead to stagnation. So although you are sad at this time, know that, like, you're kind of deceiving yourself, really. You know that this kind of person or this kind of relationship or this kind of connection with people would be unhealthy for you. But you're still wanting to continue with it because it's easier than doing the hard work, improving yourself, and then finding somebody that will vibe with you at this new higher level. So a little bit of calling you out here, Pisces. But yeah, I just... With the reverse of the Ace of Swords here, there is a lot of insecurities. And with the reverse here of the Two of Wands, you're kind of having to be honest about your own insecurities. You're having to be honest about what you are secured about. And this is really to do with this lack of movement. Once you kind of be honest with it though, I do feel like things are going to be really, really well for you. It's just you keeping yourself stuck. And the universe doesn't want you to be stuck. They want you to keep on progressing to become the better and better person you can be. So you can find a happier and happier way of life and way of living. So, cruel to be kind again. But I do feel like this is really good for you. Alright, please do take care. And I hope that helps you out. And I will see you all again soon.